Hello everyone, myself Dr. Seema GK, Assistant Professor, Department of Sociology, Government First Grade College, Putturu, Dakshin Kannada. Today we are going to discuss child labor. Here are some contents: introduction, meaning, causes, consequences, and conclusion. Now, introduction. Children are the beautiful flowers in the garden of society and a valuable asset of a nation. Their welfare strengthens social and economic development. They need to be protected and well looked after for the prosperity of a nation. Unfortunately, developing countries, the tragic fact is that most of the child life is lost due to poor health, unhygienic condition, lack of medical facilities, and acute poverty. Child labor is one of the major problems of the world. According to International Labour Organization, almost 1 million children are working as child laborers for their survival. India has the largest number of children working as a laborers. They may be paid or unpaid, throwing their precious childhood to toil at very tender age. Now, let's see meaning of child and child labor. As per the Indian Constitution, Article 24 says, no child below 14 years of age shall be employed to work in any factory or any hazardous employment. As per Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986 says, child means a person who has not completed 14 years of age. The International Labour Organization defines child labor as children permanently leading an ardent life, working long hours under conditions bad for their physical and mental health. Now, let's see what are the causes for child labor. The child labor is a result of many causes. Economic, social, and lack of education are the important causes of the child labor. Now, let's see economic causes. 1. Poverty. Analyzing the economic factors, it's seen that widespread poverty, unemployment of the adults, low income, low wages are the root cause of the child labor. Next, second one, exploitation of the children. In every developing countries, children are enrolled in large number in factories by the employers due to the fact that it is cheap, safe, and without any problem. Now, the third one, benefits industries. Child labor benefits the industries, and these children do the work faster than the adults. For example, carpet industries, glass industries, painting, printing, and firework industries, etc., hire maximum number of child laborers. And now, fourth one, introduction of factory system. Introduction of factory system of production has led to child labor. Factory machines needed little labor force, so children were easily absorbed by these factories for cheap labor. Now, fifth one, justification of employers. Employers give certain justification for employing children. They are of the opinion that the work keeps the children away from the starvation. They are prevented committing crimes which they would have indulged in if they had no jobs. Now, let's see administrative causes. 1. Absence of compulsory education and inadequate number of schools. National Policy of Education recommended free and compulsory education for all children below 14 years of age in India, but it is unsatisfactorily enforced and implemented, which has resulted in the emergence of child labor. Inadequate number of schools keeps many children out of the enrollment in schools, which directly contributes child labor, and even they do not have money to buy books and clothes to go to the schools. Second one, poor school environment. Poor school environment with tumble down school buildings, broken furniture, absence of dedicated teachers keeps many children drop out of the school and find their ways to labor market. This problem is more acute in remote, rural and tribal belts. Third one, legal factors. The reasons for existence of child labor are due to numerous flaws in the legislative enactment, narrow purview of the legislative acts, and improper implementation of the law. Next, fourth one, apathy of the government. The bureaucrats hold that the total eradication of the child labor is not possible and taken it very lightly. The officials have joined hands with the employers and the laws are not fully enforced to strip the child labor. Now, let's see social causes of child labor. 1. Family disorganization. Factors like divorce, desertion, family tensions, atrocities on children and women leads to child labor. Second one, illiteracy. In India, lower socio-economic groups like backward castes, scheduled tribes are mostly illiterates. They are ignorant of their future and the importance of education as well. The next one, absence of family allowance scheme. In India, unlike developed countries, there is absence of schemes for family allowances so that people may have an adequate standard of living and may not be forced to send their children to work. Next one, cultural factors. Children were part of the labor force in traditional rural agrarian society. They doesn't want their children to go to far places, or so children are engaged in their traditional work. Let's see other causes. Apart from above three causes, other causes also there. Let's see those. Improvements in transport and communication. Development in transport and communication had a good impact on agriculture, industries, trade and economic life of the people. This improvement made many non-school going children belonging to poor families find their way to hotels, shops, workshops and commercial establishments in urban centers. Next one, urbanization. Rapid growth of urbanization in the country led to the growth of many urban centers. These urban centers attract a large number of workforce including those child labor. Next one, pressure from the parents. The pressure from the parents who are unable to do work and sit idle or demand extra income to satisfy their various addictions. Next, problem of loan. Sometimes the parents also make sure that their children to work for an employer for a loan they have borrowed. This leads to the problem of bonded labor. Next comes hereditary occupation. Due to the traditional occupations of the family, parents involve their children in their own trade from their childhood. The one, lack of unions. Child laborers have no labor unions, hence there is no unrest, no demand for better facilities or wage hike. As a result, they are the lowest paid and uncared workers in the labor market. So, let's see the consequences of child labor. It is the economic backwardness which pushes the children to the world of social and familial problems which result in the child begging, juvenile delinquency, etc. Besides, when children have to toil for their bread, they are thrown into a situation physically and morally polluted. They are vulnerable to the all forms of physical, emotional, economic exploitation, including abuse. Last but not least, conclusion. To sum up, the child labor is economically unsound, psychologically disastrous, physically as well as morally dangerous and harmful. The employment of a child labor and their exploitation need to be eradicated for the better future of the future generation. Herewith, we come to conclusion of the child labor. Thank you.